of you have ever driven really fast? I mean, over the speed limit, like 85, 90, 100, 110? Okay, don't answer that one. Well, if you ever have, you're on the verge of becoming a race car driver. And I have had the opportunity to ride in a race car, and to say the least, it was pretty awesome. And being able to drive that fast without getting in trouble, I will sign up for that opportunity again. And I will discuss how the NASCAR circuit began, the events the fans experienced, and how the local circuits affect the fans and their motives for attending races. This brings me to my first point about the history of NASCAR. Many people don't know about the history of NASCAR. In the years following World War II, stock car racing experienced the greatest popularity it ever had. More drivers and fans came out to support the races. However, if a track could handle the cars, then it couldn't support the crowds who came out, and vice versa. According to an article by Mark Bishel, in 2008, Bill France picked up his family and moved to Florida in order to build a 2.5-mile-long track, which would one day become one of the fastest and most favorable tracks of the sport. As time would pass, France would organize drivers' meetings, create set rules and standards for racing, and eventually build the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, or NASCAR as we know it today. Now that I have gone over the history of NASCAR, I will now discuss the fans and their experience at the track. The experience of the fans depends on the drivers and how exciting they make the race. If a race is memorable for the fans, then they will want to continue to come and experience other races. If a race is memorable, according to Michael Scholl of G2 Communications in an article by Laurel Bingham in 2001, every time the car goes around the track, they see the logo, and it makes an impression on them. Even though the statement is true, it's more than the logo that the fans see. It's the adrenaline and the dedication of each driver that draws in the fans for the race. Now that I've covered the background of the race, I would like to briefly cover the local circuits of the NASCAR racing. The local circuits of NASCAR are often more influential and a better experience for the fans because they are more one-on-one and personal. Though NASCAR circuits like Sprint, Cup, the Nationwide and Truck Series are more influential on the drivers themselves because it's more better pay for them, the local circuits are a better experience for the fans. This is because they know the drivers personally and they get to experience that one-on-one. They are able to cheer them on weekly without spending big bucks for expensive passes to be able to see them one-on-one. This is a shirt from my local track for Ross Booby Dalton, who last season was the youngest limited sportsman champion at the age of 15. Now that I have given you a better understanding for what NASCAR is and covered the background information, I would like to conclude by saying, even though I have only given you a glimpse into the background of NASCAR, the experience of the fans and local tracks, these are the three main facts about NASCAR. In conclusion, I would like to close with a story. In years past at my home track, every Friday night, instead of finding me and my family and friends at the local football game, you would find us at the local track, cheering on our friends and everyone we know racing. Our anxiety and anticipation for watching our friends race grows every year, and our love for the sport as well.